Right, we've just had our new Kamado Joe Classic delivered. We're going to put it together. First of all, you might want to see the packaging. This is how it will come on a sort of mini pallet. Probably come on a pallet company and be pump trucked off. It is pretty heavy. You can move it, but it is pretty heavy, and if you've ordered a big Joe then it is really heavy. So once you come to put it together, you can put it together where it is because it's easier to move later because it's on wheels. 2 tools you should need, a pair of scissors and a Phillips or Posse screwdriver. And well, let's make a start. So first of all, just cut these straps. And then we're just going to get rid of these. And you should be able to just lift off the lid. Nice and easy. Up to one side. And then literally 4 sides just come away. The packaging itself is a work of art. And then you can see what we're dealing with. We'll just put this to one side for now. That's part of the bottom carriage. Rid of this polythene. And then next we're ready to lift that off, move it to one side so we can put the trolley together. Now, it's important when you're lifting this, the Kamado Joe, it looks like these are nice handy handles, but they are just for the shelves. They're not supposed to take the weight. So we lift it in 2 positions, one on the hinge and the other through the bottom vent under here. You can probably do it on your own, but it's not wise, so luckily I've got an assistant who's going to help me. So one on the hinge, one on the vent, sorry. Just pop that down. Then, thanks Rob, then we're ready to put the stand together. Yeah, bubble wrap. Bits and pieces in here. I don't know if you want to just come and have a look at this. It's all beautifully packed. That's your ash tool and divide and conquer grates. I'm just going to get this out. That's the essential guide to how to use the Kamado Joe. Somewhere in here should be some screws. That's the top vent in there. We'll pop that to one side. Cut these little ties. Remove cooking rack with the heat deflector in. That will be the grill tool for lifting the grill up. Ash grate. Okay, so now we've managed to screw together the trolley, and all it is 4 stainless screws. I'll just quickly screw them in to tighten this top section in. The screws were in the box with the grill handle tool. That's this one in my case, but if you're looking for them. So the next job is we've got to lift the Kamado Joe into the trolley. You'll notice here we've got the brakes at the front of the trolley, and we'll just pop them on to make it nice and steady. And that's the front so that when you're operating the unit, you've got access to them. So we're going to put the vent and the handle facing forwards that way. For this we'll need an assistant, so Rob, if you can help. Remember, we're not going to lift by these shelf handles because we can't rely on them, even though they look the easiest way to lift it. So in this case we're going to just grip it and put it straight in. Nice and central, is that? Looks pretty good. So vent at the front, handle at the front, and then next we can put it together inside, just the reverse really of how we've unpacked it. First we'll just pop the fire brick in. You might want to just get your hand underneath the vent there to help you. That of course faces forward to line up with the lower vent. Pop that in. Check that's lined up. And then the next stage is to put this ash pan in. That's going to go in like that, but I'm going to just ease it up with my other hand. That's easy to go in. And that faces towards that door for the ash pan, which we've got over here. And pop that in now if you like. And if you just have a look in here now, how the ash pan works at this stage, you can literally just slide that out and throw the ash away. It is important to clean the ash out because the whole Kamado Joe system relies on the ventilation. You've got very good ventilation control at the bottom, and you'll see later good control at the top. If your bottom gets full of ash, then it's not going to work as well. You won't be able to get the charcoal as hot, and you won't be able to control it so well. So do keep on top of your ash, and every now and again you probably have to just take the whole metal thing out and just brush it out. Next job, the fire ring. Again, be careful with handling these. They are ceramic. If you drop them or bang them against something, they could crack. Just pop that on flush with the fire body below. So I'm going to put the fire grate in. Have a look at this, it's really quite heavy, cast iron. I'm just going to pop that in straight on the bottom, literally just drop it in like that, and that again provides the nice base for the charcoal for the aeration. Okay, next we can just start setting up the divide and conquer system. This is one of the main features of the Kamado Joe. It's unique to Kamado Joe, and it provides an amazing level of flexibility. I won't be able to perhaps show it all now because I haven't got all the accessories, but we can show you everything that comes as standard with the unit. So just drop that in, easy, just like that. And next, this is the heat deflector in 2 half moons. Now, you might not put this in at all if you're just doing what you might call normal barbecuing on charcoal, or you might want to put half in, perhaps at the back, like that, and then you've got a cooler zone and a hot zone, or you might pop it all in, like that, which would be the ideal conditions if you're going to roast something on top or do slow smoking, like a shoulder of pork or a turkey at Christmas time, something like that. So that's the heat deflector, which is very useful. You can use the adapter tool, which you can pop in there, and you can put the heat deflector higher up. What you would use that for would be pizzas. You wouldn't put your pizza straight on there, you put a pizza stone on as well, and that way it means that your pizza doesn't burn on the bottom, but cooks properly like in a normal pizza oven. Okay, so I'll just take that off for now, and we'll just pop them down the bottom like that. And then got the divide and conquer grill system. So we've got two halves, pop those in like that. And again, you can play around and have them at different levels, like that, for example. And you can even buy accessories such as an extension griddle and different types of half moon griddles for different kinds of cooking. More about that in another video. So there we are, grills all set up. Just your shelves now, and your top vent. Now the shelves have got accessory hooks on them. They need to face forward, so they are handed, and they won't go on very easily unless the lid's up. So the lid is up, so we'll carry on. Just slot them in like that, literally fold them down, and that's your shelf done. When you want to pack it up and put the cover on, just fold them away like that. And that's how it folds up. There we go. And if you want to fold it away, just pull it out and drop it down. So we'll leave them up for now. These shelves now are made of HDPE, so plastic, so it's clean, hygienic, lasts a long time. They did used to have wooden or bamboo shelves, but they are all black plastic now. Okay, so next is the top vent. Now, on the Kamado Joe, you've got complete control of your temperature, and this means that you can burn charcoal for say 9 hours, doing a slow cook, smoking something, a shoulder of pork or brisket or something like that. Or you can do normal barbecuing, or you can go for red hot heat, like a pizza oven, up to 400 centigrade. And this is all made possible by the controlled ventilation. So you've got your bottom vent down there, and this is your top vent, made of cast iron, with this daisy wheel, as we call it, on top, and also the top vent, which is what we call that whole unit. So we've got the nameplate on the front, and you'll see here that we've got a seal around this top that comes already on, but it is something that you may want to maintain in the future. In a couple of years, if your seal isn't working so well, you can buy replacements for this, and also come on to it later for the under the lid. So you just pop that on like that, lovely snug fit, and that's quite firm now, so it won't fall off when you lift the lid up. And your daisy wheel and your top vent can just be moved easily enough. You can adjust the tightness there if you want to, but it's probably okay. Word about these seals then. There's a seal all around here and on the lid. Now that does, it's important that when you close it up, there's a good seal. So in the future, if you see smoke coming out from any of these gaps, then you know it's time to replace the seal, and you'll see that it's flattened and a bit harder. It also, of course, gives you a bit of cushion when you put the lid down. Now the lid is quite heavy. It's fine for me, but if my 8-year-old daughter, for example, comes and pulls the lid down like that, it tends to get a bit heavy at the end, and you don't want it to slam shut because it is ceramic, and that can break the lid, can crack it if it slams shut. So just be careful with that, because that's breakage like that, of course, isn't covered under the warranty. Other maintenance items, we've got some bolts on the main straps here. These main bands attach to the lid and the main ceramic grill. As soon as you assemble it, just give these nuts a half turn with a spanner, just to tighten it and check it's okay. And then every now and again when you're using it, check that these are all tight and not coming loose, because that'll affect how the lid stays open. As long as they're all tight, then the lid will just stay open like that when you want to. You do, of course, cook with the lid shut all the time, apart from when you actually turn in the food. So even for standard barbecuing, you control the temperature and you control the flames by the top and bottom vent. And this is a style of cooking that you may not be used to, always keeping the lid shut. Now the benefit of that is in the food at the end, because the meats will be moister and they won't have that charcoal or carbonated burnt flavour, just a nice smoky flavour from the barbecuing process. So it's a big improvement on the final quality of the food. And you can put some chunks or chips of particular wood like oak or apple wood or cherry wood on your charcoal to just increase that smoking effect. So there we are, that's all assembled. Only took a few minutes. Unlike other models, a lot of pre-assembly is done in the factory. You don't have to put any of these nuts and bolts and things on. They're all pre-done except for the floor and the trolley, which are dead easy. All the seals are on the lids, the shelves just click into place. You get with it this tool for raking your charcoal, so if you want to rearrange your charcoal, you just use that to stir it around. You've got your hooks for your accessories. You've got this stainless steel grill lifter, which is great for when you need to take a hot grill off, top your charcoal up, rearrange it, what have you. The divide and conquer grill system, which is unique to Kamado Joe. The shelves come with it, which they don't on other makes. The trolley, the good quality wheels with brakes, and decent thermometer, which is in centigrade and Fahrenheit, and nice and clear to read, so that makes a big difference. So there we are, there's the completed Kamado Joe. We can light that now and be cooking in 15 minutes.